Hey, YouTubers, on the deck, not the dick. The deck, not the dick. Being silly ass like a big ass cigar. Okay, enough of that shit. So, anyway, I'll be smoking a big ass pipe right now, like the big ass cigar. Okay, big ass pipe for life. Let's fire this bad boy up. A little bit of a breezy night, so hopefully, knock on wood, the pipe will light fine. Anyway, big ass pipe for life, big ass cigar for life. Whew, smoky. Whew. I know you're saying right now, you're probably sitting in your seat saying, Smoking Essie, why the hell are you your parents' house? Like, why in hell's name are you your parents' house? I'll explain it in due time. Big ass pipe. So, the reason I'm at my parents' house right now is I'm spending an extra, night with my parents. So you might say, well, why the hell is that? Is something wrong, Smoking SE? And the answer is nothing is wrong. Unlike Tuesday, Monday night to Tuesday, where there was something wrong, the insomnia. Nothing wrong right now. I just thought, I asked my mother out of free will. I said, hey, do you mind if I spend an extra night? And she's like, sure, you're always a welcome guest. I mean, so long as you can be independent, so long as you can be to yourself and helpful, you're always welcome. I'm kind of lucky that my parents are, very willing to have me as a welcome guest, because I understand. And not everybody's as close to with their parents as I am. And I'm not trying to sound like an ass kisser or anything like that, like an ass kisser like the big ass cigar, big ass pipe. I'm not an ass kisser, asshole kisser. So, don't come off as me being like a butt kisser. But, damn. Yeah, I'm not a butt kisser, but I'm very close with my parents. And I guess at this point in my life, I'm still at a point where I'm visiting my parents very often. I know that will change eventually. Just trying to get this damn pipe lit. That will eventually change. Probably in the near future. In the next, 3 to 5 years, that will change, because obviously, as time goes on, as my parents get older, it may change with me coming home as often. But I don't want to get the impression. I know the idiot trolls are already writing the comments. The idiot trolls are already writing the comments. Saying, oh, does this mean you're actually like moving back home with your parents like every time they see me? Because I understand that not everybody who lives independently in their own apartment comes home. Comes home this often. So I understand a lot of people only come home like on holidays. And I understand, part of what makes this work with me is not only that I'm independent, and not only that I'm very helping, willing, very, helping guest, which means I help my parents a lot. I do chores, not whores, but chores, not whores. I help out with chores. I help out with grocery shopping. I help out with pet care, that kind of stuff. So I'm a very helping, and somebody who really assists my parents. Yeah, assists my parents. Assists my parents. So, but also another thing, like I said on Tuesday, is I live very close to my parents. You know, my parents' house, I'm not going to get too much into this shit because of confidentiality, but my parents' house and my apartment, very close. So I understand some people live like in New Jersey, and then their parents live in like California. So, and that shit just doesn't work out. Or like, for example, you know, some people might be going to college, you know, big ass college, like the Big Ass Cigar, and their college might be 3 hours away. So my apartment is literally a stone throw from my parents' house. So that's part of the reason why it works out. And also, more than that, it's not just the fact that my apartment is a stone throw from my parents' house. It's also, like I said, I'm somebody who can be very independent. You know, part of what works out is that I don't expect somebody to, like, entertain me when I come home. You know, a lot of, you know, people who visit their parents, like, you know, expect their parents to, you know, watch a movie with them, to, you know, have like a special like dinner, like to take them out to the movies, like to take them out to a restaurant, and that just can't happen every single weekend. And it's funny because when I was like 14 or 15, yeah, when I was like, you know, as old as the trolls think I am, you know, 14 or 15, I was the complete opposite. I was lucky if I could be independent for 30 minutes. And I guess I'm just the complete polar opposite as an adult. As an adult, I'm somebody who can just be by myself and just work on my parents' computer and basically just be myself, be my own personal person, and not expect anybody to entertain me. And that was not the case at all when I was 14 or 15 or 16. If you knew me when I was like 14 or 15 or 16, I was somebody who would just be like hovering around my parents, like saying, "So when are we going to go out? When are we going to go out?" And see, if you're somebody like that, and there are people like that who are disabled, who have autism, who have mental health issues, who have Asperger's, you know, Asperger's, you know, who just expect their parents to like provide entertainment. You just can't come home like this. Because part of coming home and almost like living part time with your parents is you have to be to yourself. You have to be able to entertain yourself. And that's why a lot of you know, adults who are on the spectrum, who are on the autism spectrum, can't really come home very often, only in like holidays and like Christmas and like Thanksgiving, is because they expect their parents to fully entertain them. They expect the minute they walk in that door, their father's gonna, you know, their mother or father's gonna sit down and watch a movie with them, is gonna like play a video game with them, and they just expect to be entertained. And you know that's fine. You know, once in a while, once every 6 to 8 weeks, that shit's fine. I mean, that shit is totally fine. But when you're coming home like literally like every week, sometimes for 3 nights a week, you have to be independent. And you also have to, you know, help out your parents. You know, when your parents say, "Hey, Evan, or hey Molly, or hey Timothy, or hey Mikey, can you help out? Can you do the recyclables for me? You have to be able to say, okay, I'll get off my ass and do it. It's like, if you're not even willing to do a favor for your parents, it doesn't really work out. So that's why, at my age, at 32 years old, coming home, essentially living part-time with my parents, it kind of works out for me because I'm at this point in my life where I can be completely to myself, and then when my parents do need help, I can help them out and like that. So anyway, just kind of a ramble there. So I just wanted to clarify that because I know a lot of people might be asking, like, why do you come home so often, or like, are you, like moving back home with your parents? And I just wanted to explain why, for me personally, it works out for me personally, being at home with my parents. Anyway, have a nice night. Pretty fucking cool. Bye.